In this video, I'm going to do a review of the Space 1999 Anderson Collection, John Koenig, Commander of Moonbase Alpha. And I got this from Master Replicas. Right there, Master Replicas. I got it straight from them. And I noticed that they're also coming out with a Nick Tate figure, Alan Carter, and it's also available on Big Bad Toy Store. So I went ahead and ordered from Big Bad Toy Store. I think it was a little bit cheaper too than from Master Replicas. So I'm going to open this up and take a look at it. Okay, so I cut it off here. I'm one of those that believes that I like to open my stuff. The stun gun and the comm lock look a little bit small to me for some reason. Take Commander Call. Oh, he comes with a stand. That's nice. It's a clear stand too. I like that. And here's what his face looks like. It's not too bad. I actually got two of them. Because I was wondering if they're going to make any more, and I thought, well, I'll buy two of them, and I could head swap on the other one, because originally a company called Big Chief Studios had made these, were making these, and see what happened. Well, they went out of business, and I pre-ordered some from Big Bad Toy Store, and then they went out of business. That was a bummer. So I was really happy when I saw Master Replicas taking this over. That's what the stand looks like. Of course, there are 5 points of articulation. He's got a gold seam down his arm. His head turns, and of course he'll sit. And we've got the belt that holds the two devices. I'll see how they fit. So there's a hole in the back of the comm lock, and it fits on there pretty good. It fits on there pretty good. And I guess they're the right size. The protrusion at the bottom looks a little bit skinny to me. And there's the stun gun in its holster, which is pretty accurate. The belts that I made, I had no intention of going full accuracy. Just I wanted a belt for the little guns and comm locks. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna try it in his hand, in the stun gun. Oh my God! I dropped it and it disappeared into oblivion, and I had to sweep the floor to find it. That looks too small to me. I'm pretty sure that's way too small. And here he is with the guns that I make. And I don't know, my guns may be a little bit too big for him. I don't know, you tell me what you think. And I'm looking at the comm locks that I make, which I could make them in white too, I guess. But my comm lock is bigger too. I got some ink on my fingers. And there he is holding the comm lock the two Comlocks. The ones I make, and then I don't know. It almost seems as if the one he comes with, the white one, is a little bit too small, and the ones I make are a little bit too big. And here's with the laser rifle that I make. That's not too bad, I guess. Of course, mine are made after the originals that came with the Eagle One playset, so that's what they're made for. And because the action figures couldn't hold anything, you know, their hands were closed. That's not too bad, I guess. Maybe a little bit oversized on that too. So let's measure him. He is, well, let's see. He is 3 3/4 inches tall. Yep, he's right there. I wish his face was more detailed. For comparison, I've got this X-Wing pilot from the what is it? The Vintage Collection, I think it is. And the X-Wing pilot is slightly bigger. And these Vintage Collection figures, let's see. He is, yeah, he's bigger. He's 3 7/8 tall. So the Vintage Collection figures are slightly bigger than these. These are actually 3 3/4. That's you know what most people consider these size figures is 3.75. Some people call them 4-inch. Some people call them 1/18. I mean, but these two guys are pretty close. I mean, I don't know how tall John was, but if you look on the side there, they're really close. They're really close. The X-Wing pilot, he's a little stockier and a little bit taller, and he holds the stun gun pretty good. If you look here, yeah, he holds it pretty good. The reason I buy these whenever I see them at a cheap, it's because they're orange, and they can, with some paint, fit in as a moon base astronaut pilot. So anyway, that's my review of this John Koenig figure. It looks pretty good. I just wish it would had some knee articulations so it could sit in some of these vehicle cockpits. It will fit in the Mattel Eagle. I'm pretty sure I can get a command module and check. So this is an original command module that I have that I'm fixing up, and as you can see, he fits in there just fine. He fits in there just fine. Of course, the command module, or the original Mattel playset figures, they were a little shorter actually than this 3 3/4 inch figure. But he fits in there pretty good. I think there was one episode where he had to get in there without a astronaut suit. And here's a comparison between the Mattel and the Anderson collection. You can see that there's a big difference in height. If you look at the head sculpts. Well, what do you think? The head sculpt, notice how the heads are about the same size. Of course, I've never seen anybody paint one of these. I have, though, I have cast these before, but I've never got around to painting because I wanted another John Koenig. I was going to make my own figure, so I cast this head, and I have some heads. I never painted them yet, but I don't know. There's good and bad things about it, both of them. But yeah, this, if I remember right, these old Mattel ones are only 3 inches. Let's see, measuring. No, they're about 3 1/4. Yeah, it's a little over 3 1/4 inches. But you know, look how short the legs are. I think that's the problem, because the torso on the old one is actually bigger around. It's a little bit shorter though, and of course the legs are much shorter. And the sitting position is even more. It makes him. Here, I'll change it out. The legs on him in a sitting position. Yeah, he looks extra short. So, but you know, it's not too bad, I guess. I'm hoping they'll make a bunch more of these. I'd like to have, you know, Dr. Russell, Professor Bergman, Alan's next, and I hope they make the whole, you know, most of the heroes of it, Controller and you know, some of the other actors. I hope they do, but I was really pleasantly surprised that they actually made these after Big Chief went under. Okay, well, I noticed that, you know, he's got some paint. I could probably send this to a guy I know that's really good at painting action figure heads. He's the one that's done some of my other stuff, and he'd probably charge me about $15, but it'd be worth it. The only thing that I don't like about this is the lack of articulation, because the chairs that are on the Eagle, you know, he's going to be sitting like this on the chairs inside the Mattel playset, Eagle One playset, and that's just silly. I wish I had 1, 2, 3, 4 more points of articulation at the elbows and the knees. That'd be pretty awesome.